You want me to do the announcement?
Doesn't matter. Okay,
All right.
we'll just go.
Don't stare at me, Andy. All right, M.I.S.T final, Brunswick, February 17, 2013. Joe Ramsdell III bowling against Rick Campbell. Joe's going to start the match on the left lane. Co-hosting today is Scott Moore, owner of Moore's Pro Shop. Say hi, Scott.
Thank you, James. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good. Should be a good match. Joe and Rick both bowled real well today.
Yeah, Joe was the fourth qualifier with a 1,004 for his 5-game total, and Rick's coming in as the top seed with a 1,045.
Rick made a big move in the 5th game, shooting a 233.
Yeah, going into the position round game, Rick was sitting in 4th, tied for 3rd and 4th, and ended up going all the way to the #1 seed, so that was a big jump. That way he didn't have to bowl 3 matches, just 1. Rick leaving the 6-10 on lane 30. Rick's using a polished hammer nail, one of their newer releases on the right-hand lane. We're bowling on 2 different oil patterns today. All the left-hand lanes that we bowled on had a 34-foot Team USA Stockholm pattern. The right lanes were all a 47-foot Team USA Paris oil pattern. So every single pair had that on the left lane and the right lane. So it definitely played pretty tricky. You almost had to use 2 different balls on each lane. When I bowled today, I used a polished Mean Street Brawler on the left lane on the 34-foot pattern. I used a 500 Abralon Reckless on the right lane. So definitely a big difference in the way those shots played.
Absolutely. Rick, then both of his balls, both hammer balls, both drilled pin axis, which really just neutralizes most of the lane pattern and makes the ball real tame, real mellow. Nice, easy, smooth read.
Joe using a Storm Vivid on both lanes, playing a little further out on the left-hand lane because, like I said, that's the short oil pattern. He's able to get closer to the gutter on that pattern. Played a little tighter on 30 because that's the longer 47-foot pattern.
Joe's using the same ball on each. He's a very versatile player, so he's able to adjust to the patterns and still throw the same ball.
Buddy, great job today. Thank you. Yeah, next month we're going to do it March 17th. Oh, really? Yeah.
All this works out here.
So, yeah.
1 o'clock on Sunday, they tell me to do it. But no, Zach tells me about them, so
Okay, definitely.
I'll make sure. Thank you very much.
Take care. Great bowling today. I was just talking to Don Pelletier. He finished 3rd place today. He bowled the last match against Joe Ramsdell and lost the match 235 to 150. Our first match today was Dean Lagner against Joe Ramsdell III. And Dean Lagner, who was our 3rd qualifier, and Joe was our 4th. Joe actually beat him 227 to 203 in that first match to advance to the semifinal, and then Joe beat Don Pelletier 235 to 150 to advance against Rick in the championship. Scott, how did you attack the pattern today on the right side? I was on the left side. Like I said, I used that polished Mean Street Brawler, rough buff finish on 34-foot pattern, pin down, about 4 and 3/4 inch pin. I attacked it with the 500 Abralon ball on the right-hand lane, 4-inch pin. So, how did you attack him on the right side?
I kind of moved around a lot. Started out with a pretty good look, throwing Marauder, Deviate Marauder, actually on both lanes. And then once I moved pairs, the lane was a little bit different at the other end of the house, and ended up throwing the deviate on the left lane, which was the shorter pattern, and the IQ Tour Pearl on the right pattern, and tried to play real deep. Had some luck, but wasn't my day.
As you can see, that those two balls Rick's using, he's actually, I believe the blue hammer's a urethane ball that he's using on the left lane with that pin axis drilling, and using the polished resin nail on the longer pattern, just really trying to play both lanes a little tighter, doing a great job keeping the ball right in the pocket.
Yeah, and as I was saying, that pin axis drill just really just mellows everything out. Really, the ball doesn't do anything crazy. Great shot by Joe.
Yeah, he's playing really tight on that lane. He's in around 13 at the arrows, and just letting the ball just sit on that long oil pattern, and doing a great job. Last two shots on this lane have been high flush. Right now he's down 20 pins to Rick, but can cut it down to 10 with a strike here in the fifth.
Nice mixer there for Joe. Got it a little bit wider, but still got the light mixer.
Looks like he went a little more inside out on that shot, trying to change his angle for carry, because he went 9 spare, the first and third on that lane. If he can get that kind of carry on that lane, he's really going to like that, because he'll have a little bit of tug room since he went light on that shot.
Looks like Rick might have grabbed that one a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah, tough oil pattern. You can't, on a house shot, you can grab the ball at the bottom a little bit and it'll still sit high flush for you, but on these flatter oil patterns, you have to be right there with your release, right there with your speed and everything, or else you're going to be in big trouble. Rick, fortunate just to leave a 4-7 spare on that.
Absolutely. Most of the time that turns into a big split.
We give away a Brunswick ball at each M.I.S.T tournament this season. This month's ball was the Brunswick Main Street Brawler, one of their new releases, and that was won by Joe Ramsdell III. We also give away a bottle of Knockout Ball Cleaner that's donated by John Bavoy of Bowl Pro Sales. We give a bottle of Knockout Cleaner at each M.I.S.T tournament, and this month's winner was Bob Island. It's actually the second one that he's won this season. Nice shot there by Rick in the left lane, tripping the forehand out.
And you can really see why these two are 1 and 2 in this tournament. I mean, they just really not making this pattern look too difficult.
When you think about after 5 games with a position round game, that took -41 to cash. So, you know, basically if you were averaging 192 for the day, you were going to make money.
Yeah, I mean, after qualifying, you know, 32 pins separated first from 10th place. That is crazy how close that is for a 4-game squad to be that close together. And then having that 5th game to make a big move, you really could have, I mean, it wouldn't have been unheard of for the 10th place guy to end up in first.
No,
really could have made that.
We actually had Bob Nile, who was sitting in 8th place after 4 games, moved up to 6th. Joe actually snuck into the top 4. He was sitting in 6th place after 4 games and jumped into the top 4, and now bowled great his last 2 matches and bowling here for the title. Great shot by Joe there.
Joe's got a really good look right now.
He made that move in on 29, like we said last time, and gave him a little bit of tug room, and that ball just held high flush. That was a great shot. Really puts a little bit of pressure here on Rick, who really had the lead up until Joe just doubled there. You know, Joe doubled to take a 2-pin lead.
Well, that was a sweet shot by Rick. He actually got that one out where he wanted it that time.
Yeah, definitely. Good clean release on that shot, right where he wanted it. He's right around 16 at the arrows on that right lane, and that was dead on, right on the 16 board. We'll just run through the rest of our top 10 while we have a second. 10th place finisher today was Aaron Tibbetod. He had a 959. 9th place finisher was Rich Hicks with a 973. Tied for 7th and 8th with a 984 was Joe Colcourt and Zachary Kay. 6th place finisher was Bob Nile with a 991. 5th place with a 994 was James Goulding III. And our 4th place finisher who lost the first match to Joe was Dean Wagner. He ended up his qualifying score. He actually qualified 3rd with 1,006. Finished 4th after losing that match. And like we said, 3rd place was Don Pelletier. He had 16 for his 5-game total.
And Rick just made a great shot, but got tapped, left a 10-pin, made his spare. Ball just didn't really finish into the pocket that time, kind of laid flat, which can be a drawback to that pin axis drilling.
Yeah, right now, Rick down 13. If Joe strikes here, he'll make it 23 going into the 9th frame, so he could really put the clamps on right here.
That was a pretty good shot. He got it in a little bit and got away with a tight pocket hit.
Yeah, just a little. He's been playing around the 12 board on that right lane. That ball actually hit 14 at the arrow. Board's in, just tripping out to 610. You know, on that 47-foot pattern, though, you're able to get that ball in and let it just sit there and skate a little bit. You got that extra length of oil.
And that's right where you should be playing it, is in like that too. On that longer pattern, you tend to play more in on the longer patterns than you do on the shorter patterns. Oh, tough break right there. Great shot. Ball just totally disrespects the pins and leaving an 8-pin.
Yeah, that's your worst nightmare when you get a long run of strikes going. You know, that can be a little demoralizing when you throw a great ball like that and you stone 8 or for a radius stone 9-pin. You know, right now. Oh,
looks like we got a small malfunction.
Yep.
We're gonna need a re-rack here. Well, as you can see, just like in League, the machine malfunctions happen even during tournament play.
Even the lane didn't believe Joe should leave an 8-pin. It just go ahead and just reset it.
It must have been a good shot because the pins are never on your side. So
even they understand that one shouldn't have stood.
That's right.
While we have a minute, we'd like to thank our sponsor, M.I.S.T Pro Shop. They sponsor our Bowler of the Year competition. The bowler that wins the Bowler of the Year, we have a point system that runs for our 7 tournaments. M.I.S.T Pro Shop donates a bowling ball, drilling included, of the bowler's choice. And actually, this is our next to last tournament of the year. And by bowling in this championship match, Joe Ramsdell has actually locked up the Bowler of the Year title. So he will be able to choose a ball of his selection from M.I.S.T Pro Shop. So we'd like to thank Scott Moore and M.I.S.T Pro Shop. You can find them inside the bowling alley at Spare Time Recreation Center in Lewiston, Maine. Call to set up your next appointment.
That was a great spare by Joe. After making them wait like that, sometimes that can get in your head a little bit, but stronger minded and made that spare look easy.
Right now we're sitting on a 12-pin match. You know, Rick, basically, the situation is Rick's in almost must-strike territory here. He strikes here in the 9th, keeps it a 12-pin match, and then can really put the heat on in the 10th.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Rick. Absolutely clutch.
Yep, absolutely perfect shot. He hit right on that 16 board on the right side. Absolutely high flushed it. So basically, the situation here is he's down 12. He strikes out. He's going to force Joe Ramsdell to get up in the 10th and double to win the match.
Ball just never got out. Started hooking early right off the bat and went through the face.
Yeah, definitely on that 34-foot pattern, that's not a shot you want to ever get a little soft or tug it on, because there's definitely not a lot of hold room when it comes off the back of that pattern.
No, not a lot of forgiveness there.
Especially where we bowled, 5 games plus finals on this pair. The right side's seen a lot more traffic than the left side, so obviously the righty's going to see a much bigger difference down lane than the left as well. Looked like Rick stuck on the approach that time. Good game though, 215 for Rick to finish up the match. It's definitely a respectable score on this oil pattern. Definitely not an easy oil patterns to play on.
So Joe gets to get up in the 10th. He's got 99 with a spare, 199 with a spare, and basically all needs is count here to lock it up.
4 pins.
Looks like that will do it for Joe.
Joe 218 in the 9th with 227. Even if he misses this, he's won the match. Rick finished with a 215. So Joe's going to win his second title of the season. And with that win, like I said, even if he had finished second, he locked up Bowler of the Year title for the 2012-2013 season. Great match by our competitors. Scott, thank you for providing commentary today.
No problem. It was a pleasure joining you.
Next time, hopefully we're not doing commentary. Hopefully we're bowling in the championship
Absolutely.
match.
Hopefully we're out there bowling.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. All right. That's it.